Hi, I'm Sam Worthington.
I'm Zoe Saldaña.
And sometimes it was like, bring some tight stuff. I want you to climb and do some cartwheels. And I'm like, okay.
The first time I met him, he leaped off the desk onto my shoulders, took my little hat that only went with this dress-up coat, and ran down the hallway with it and tore it into shreds. I never saw it again.
With the release date to Avatar 2 just around the corner, the buzz surrounding this film continues, and along the way we can notice all of the press tours and promotional interviews that the cast can sometimes have a few laughs with their interviewees. So let's go ahead and take a look at some of these moments and maybe some behind the scenes bloopers of this very anticipated film.
It's like, oh my God, can you just stop? Come on, let's go. Come on, let's do it. Let's do it. And you're like, it's 4:30 in the morning. Let's not do anything. It's also like, as it was like traveling, like, shit!
But before we get into more of these moments, some trivia for you. What year did James Cameron initially want the first Avatar to be released? Leave your guesses in the comments down below and stick around to the end of the video to find out if your answer was correct.
That's a friend.
You're welcome.
That's a friend right there. Thank you very much for these. I appreciate this.
I think they glow in the dark too. They light up like bioluminescence, like
come on.
the movie.
Yeah, just like, dude, is that right?
So when you skate in the dark, as you do.
I do.
The cast of Avatar: The Way of Water came together and spoke about just how the first film created such an impact on cinema since its release, and there are also a few laughs along the way.
One of the first movies I saw with my dad was Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom. And when they pulled the guy's beating heart out.
Oh my God.
And show him, I think I was an
It's my favorite,
early
but I was
teenager.
traumatized.
Yeah, I think it was like, thanks, Dad.
But real quick, make sure you guys check out our Instagram page linked down in the description. There's a ton of interview moments and memes, so make sure you check it out and give us a follow.
And then Jim walks in and he was so nice. And then he says, are you ready to meet yourself? And I was like, what? And at that moment, my soul like left my body.
Taking a closer look at the sequel, the cast reflects on the evolution of their characters.
I don't remember what my reaction was in the first one, but I'm pretty sure it might have been the same. I start talking gibberish, I cry, I shut down. We did the same thing in part 2 that we did in part 1. We surrendered.
And it's really interesting to see the cast and crew behind all of the visual effects before they put everything together. How they must interact with each other in order to make all of these scenes work together smoothly and everything to piece together.
There was that one I was roasting you, remember?
Yeah.
I'm not gonna say the specific scene, but there's a scene
that
where...
wasn't a scene. I was just in my trailer, man.
It's everyday life.
Every day, well, the one scene, aside from the lunch.
We also wanted to give a shout out to our DC Thursday winner. If you guys didn't know, we ask a challenging DC related trivia question over on our community tab. If you answer it correct, you get a chance to have your answer featured here in one of our videos.
We're gonna ask each other some important questions.
Super important.
So, why are you here?
Well, it all started.
You got to see it for the first time recently, I hear.
Yeah, 4 days ago.
4 days ago?
Yeah, it only got finished 6 days ago.
Oh, wow.
So,
we were wondering why we didn't get to see it first.
When the first Avatar film was released back in 2009, and for a number of years afterwards, 3D was a big thing of the moment.
I was just telling Lewis at the top of the last act, he's never seen the Avatar.
What?
Yes.
Oh, I know.
The one person who has not seen it is here tonight.
Yes.
Now, 13 years later, Avatar: The Way of Water arrives in a very different cinema landscape, one where the fascination with 3D has more or less completely subsided.
Nothing?
No, there's no...
James didn't make a whole big thing out of it?
There's no pomp and circumstance at all working on Avatar. We just get there, and it gets down and dirty real quick.
The producer is adamant that public appetite for 3D is still there, and in an exclusive interview with RadioTimes.com, he explained that he thought it had sometimes been unfairly diminished.
We can really immerse ourselves in the Pandora world, even though we're in a gray studio. With balls all over, like, our bodies. 101 dots on our... Yeah, exactly.
Saying, quote, "I think when we were making the first Avatar, there was zero appetite for 3D. There were next to zero screens that could do 3D, but it didn't stop us because we believed in it, and we still believe in it."
I mean, it's not like I've been waiting. I have 3 little boys that I'm also...
Bit busy, time flies.
It's a lot of work, but every now and then it's like, hey, Jimbo, how you doing? How's the shoot in New Zealand? When's it coming out?
Bailey Bass, Jamie Flatters, Jack Champion, and Trinity Jo Lee Bliss discussed during one interview where they were when they got the call that they were going to be casted in the sequel to the greatest movie ever made according to box office records, and just the long-awaited sequel.
We got the phone call that we got the role, so it's like some, I don't know, maybe it's good luck.
Serendipity.
Could be. What does serendipity mean?
It's like better than a coincidence. It's like happy coincidence.
There were a couple of articles which were actually aimed at helping audiences figure out what the best time to go to the bathroom would be while in theaters watching this film.
This is another level, so I'll slow it down. Yeah. Ah! I know. I know.
Ah!
Considering that the majority of the film is placed in the water, it makes sense that this information would come in handy. The runtime is also over 3 hours, so it's probably best if you carefully take a break during a scene where things seem a bit slow.
I might struggle
And
with
that's
childbirth.
kind of awesome.
It might be a bit of a struggle for me.
I can give you a kidney stone. You can try to bear a kidney stone. I heard that that's the equivalent for men.
Oh man, don't please take that back. Take the mojo back. I don't want that.
For the people who have seen the film already in terms of early releases in certain areas or movie critics, suggest to stay until the end credits, but do mention that there are no end credit scene. What is at the end credits, well, we'll just save the information to discuss for another time.
You have 3 kids now.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Yeah, and same to you.
Yeah. 2 kids.
Yeah.
How old are the kids?
7, 6, and 2.5.
Is that right?
So it's a zoo.
It is a zoo, huh?
Sigourney Weaver sits down with Jimmy Fallon talking about her experience about spending 6 minutes underwater for some of her shots.
I play a 14-year-old girl.
Yes.
Of course.
Yeah, why wouldn't you? Yeah.
I was delighted to be offered that job because I'd never done anything like that.
Speaking of underwater training and scenes, Zoe Saldaña and Sam Worthington spilled more on exactly how they pulled off some of those scenes.
We did work with world-renowned free divers that train Navy SEALs, and he was training us for weeks and months.
Gone to set and like look at that tank and kind of go, I'm gonna be all the way down there.
That is scary.
And then practice your breathing, Zoe. Calibrate. And I'm like, okay.
They even hint at the fact that they know how the entire saga ends.
Do you guys know what the end of this story is? Like, do you know where it stops?
Oh, you mean the saga?
Yes.
Of like, yeah.
So.
And as far as the answer to our trivia question, James Cameron originally planned to have the film completed for release in 1999. At the time, the special effects he wanted increased the budget to $400 million. No studio would fund the film, and it was shelved for 8 years. Lo and behold, though, even after all that time, the studio managed to get the film to completion, and look at where it stands now.
Just like archery and, horseback riding without a saddle. Those sort of things.
Yeah, I can hold my breath, but I did it for easily 15 seconds. Awesome. Killed it.
He did. I can attest to that. I was there.
Not only has it taken 13 years from the first film to the second because of all the challenges, including the underwater shots with all of the mocap suits and dots they had to track with hundreds of cameras, but Avatar is the 16th most expensive movie to be shot. At number 1 is Pirates of the Caribbean on Stranger Tides.
You know how they have that ponytail sex with each other? I think you have like ponytail sex with a tree as far as I can tell.
Well, I don't remember that, but...
No? I'm just trying to sell some tickets, baby.
Zoe Saldaña has revealed that she did shoot the 3rd film already, so the next installment of this franchise won't be as far away.
Changing my nephew's diaper.
Really?
Yeah. I had nanny duties that day with my cell phone. Like, Zoe, they say it's James Cameron. And I'm like, oh my God, okay, hold the baby wipe.
Hold the diaper, hold the phone.
Along with other returning cast members, Sigourney Weaver and Stephen Lang, and newer additions like Jack Champion, Bailey Bass, and James Flatters, director James Cameron promises yet another spectacle for the ages, even as his visionary mind already traces the development of 3 further Avatar sequels to arrive in 2024, 2026, and 2028 with what might be Avatar 5.
The Avatar family has grown. What was it like working with all the new actors?
Good. We just play.
That's all we do. I know what
We're like
he used to
dumb
do.
Kids, if you say fart on you,
Oh! You stopped doing
I
that.
did stop
you
doing
definitely.
that. I matured.
Yes, you have.
So what do you guys think about all this? Do you enjoy seeing these moments like this, and would you like to see more of these kind of funny interviews of these celebrities in the future? Let us know what your thoughts are in the comments down below. Make sure you subscribe with notifications on for more videos just like this. That's it for today though. We'll see you all next time with a brand new video.
I want to get a job where I could actually put that in a film.
Yeah.
Because you have to, I
mean,
guess.
you
And
put a
then,
lot of work into growing the beard.
Yeah, and I did a Western, and I was terrible in it, but the beard will win an Oscar.
Congratulations.